Hey guys, hope you're having a great day today. Today is putting away all the groceries day. Yay! I don't know if that's everybody's favorite day or not, or is it? I'm not sure. I laughed because last night we brought the groceries in multiple times. I came home yesterday. I did all the shopping in one day, filmed it a couple days for you guys. And as some kids were bringing in, they started putting the refrigerator. I'm like, oh no, don't put it in the refrigerator yet. I gotta do a grocery haul. And they're like, oh, okay. I said, you guys will never have to do that. I said, you'll just come home, put your groceries right away in the refrigerator and into the freezer. I said, Mommy does it a little bit different here. So we did some shopping. I was so thankful. We were definitely down to like bare minimum. Like I'm out, I think my pasta cupboard, I'm pretty much out of all of my pasta. My freezer there was just a few things left, and I had a few frozen vegetables, a couple packages of meat, not very much. But in pantry, I got a few more cans, but not like we normally have. So I'm definitely out. So I am thankful, very thankful and grateful that I was able to stock back up here. This definitely lasts more. I'm gonna pay attention. I wrote down what I spent, and then we'll see how far this stretches, because we're down. It's like we're used to shopping for larger family, and just losing a couple kids due to work and being an adult makes a huge difference. And so I think the large families out there, people will say that. They're like, I'm used to doing this and it's hard to cut back, and I am still feeling that. So I know, like, when I do my meat prep and all that, I am gonna way downsize it, not overstuff my bags, and think smaller. So I'm gonna stretching. It'll be one of those things where it'll be too small, and then I'll be like, ooh. But the beautiful thing is, I've learned from having a large family, is when you make food and you realize you don't have enough, you just add something to stretch it. You add some more sides to it. So I feel like I'm gonna have to do more sides. You know, if you make the main dish too small, you're just gonna have to have extra vegetables, extra fruit, or whatever you're gonna have, or extra rice or potatoes, whatever you have on the side. So I am going to try to learn that and keep that going this month, because we are really down to 4, which still sounds like a lot for most families, but they're just 4, and not 4 kids and 2 adults. So it's gonna be a stretch, but it's so hard. It's so hard to cook for less. I know, such a life problem here. No, it's gonna be good. So I am going to, today, my focus, I have a lot of focuses. I'm not sure what my day is gonna bring today, or what this video will bring. My goal is to get all this food put away. That's number 1. If I can start on the meat prep, awesome. I just don't know how that's gonna look or how long it's gonna take, because you look at this, you're like, oh, it's really easy to put everything away. It really does take time, and then when you're filming, it takes a whole lot of time. So we're gonna have a beautiful day. I'm gonna bring you along. Are you ready for a great day today? I got some coffee rolling. Let me bring you over here. You can see my kids. You can see my kids' fun artwork. Coffee, I made this coffee this morning. This really good coffee. Kawahu? Is that your Kawaii? I'm not Kawahu. I'm not cultured. Coffee, vanilla macadamia nut. This was really, really good. So had this morning. I made a pot because I knew it's gonna be one of those days where I'm gonna need a pot of coffee. So I'm just gonna start. I've got so much stuff everywhere, and I'm like, where do you begin? I'm just gonna start somewhere. We're gonna have a beautiful day. Bring you along. Hopefully get all this done. I got school today. We got walking today. It's gonna be great. All right, let's go. A general overview. This is how it is when you're doing a YouTube video and you're putting away things. So you go around and gather all your ingredients, put them in one area so you can put it away at the same time. That's what you do. You gather all your stuff to put away here. So this is good because my cupboard is it's a little bare. So we definitely have used up the pasta this month, which is really good. The one thing I did not get yesterday is I bought all this Daya mac and cheese to have like a quick, easy Hi Maxine. I'm so sad. She is so bummed because we have not gone for a walk in days. It has been days for us because it rained. It was the weekend. So she's ready for a nice long walk today, aren't you? She's like, I'm waiting, Mom. The sun's not out yet. We can't go just yet. So anyways, I never even got any, I like the kids like the thick and creamy one. I've got like 3 in there. So that was something, as I was editing, I was like, I forgot to get the mac and cheese, and I forgot to get a bathroom rug. Remember, that was what I was looking at Ollie's. That's okay. We'll go again, but it's on the list. I can go next month. So I was really glad to find this. Hopefully it's as good as we hope it is. Daya brand, dairy-free is usually amazing. We've bought the Kraft one. Did not care for it at all, so that's okay. So we're gonna hope this good. If the pasta's not okay because it's gluten-free, that's quite all right. We can just use the sauce. Like I said, it's worth it for the price of just the cheese powder, because that is expensive. So let me empty this out, and then we'll fill it back up. was just sitting there, Maxine's like following me around everywhere, and I'm like, would you be happy if I brought your bed out here? So I did. There you go. She just likes to be near her mommy, that's all. She had a bed out here at one time, but we got more stuff out here, so you can't say, does that make you happy? Be right by your mama. All right, let's put some pasta away. Now, I don't bother to label my plastic containers because we change so much. If I was just a very set household, I would. I think I did when we first moved in here. I'm like, oh, how cute, have everything labeled. It did not end up that way because we get out, we use things up, use them up, you know, you rotate things. So I found that these containers take 3 boxes of pasta in here. To my measuring cup. There you go. I'm always looking for those. It takes 3 boxes of pasta, so that's kind of what I did this time. I've been here for what, almost, it'll be 2 years, a year and a half, and I just figured that out recently. I know, that's about as much as how life is. So let me just fill these, and then we'll stack this back up. And this is my pantry of pasta. So I don't have a set pantry. Other places, I would love a walk-in pantry with everything in one area, but that's not how my life is. So right here is the pasta cupboard, and this is what you acclimate to, and that's what works. Okay, let's fill these up. Okay, so got my pasta cupboard filled. This is good. I got to stock everything. Did you see me shoving stuff in those containers? I'm like, I'm gonna make one more box fit. So I had an extra box that Sam's accidentally sent me versus whoever got my lemon juice. So that is just in there. Random. The only thing I did not get, like I said, is mac and cheese. So then I feel like this is definitely stocked up. We'll be good for quite some time here. So that's a beautiful thing. So now I've got extra containers. I put the spaghetti, the bags in there because sometimes we open up and only use a little bit. The box, it's just a little bit harder. I feel like that's just not going to open this one. Otherwise, I'd put these in boxes like in here too. But I think I used to get them in bags. That's why I use these containers. But they're in a box now. So yay, this is done for now. Didn't even stock up on ramen. So I think we're going to be good to go. But I got lots of cheese sauce, lots of dairy free. So this, I feel like I'm done. Like rice and pasta covered, finished. Let me clean up my mess. We'll start somewhere else. Usually what I do is have my kids, when we put the grocery away, you know, it's like, let's do grocery haul. And then I usually put the cold stuff away, but the rest I leave out until I'm ready to put it away. So sometimes the first round of groceries, I had them put them like in the area that I'm going to be putting away. So like the pantry that I'm going to do right now, I'd be like, just stack everything in front of the bathroom. They're like, just in front of the bathroom? I'm like, yes, just in front of the bathroom. So I did that the first round. The second round, I got tired and got home late last night until I forgot anything. Like didn't forget to like, hey, can you guys stack this here? I'll just leave it all till the morning. Well, I should have had them all help me carry this stuff because that's a part of it. So I'm just going to put it all over here, and then we're going to do a big fill up the can cupboard. Okay, can cupboard's next. Now this is what this spot looks like right here beforehand. All of it's piled in a pile. All my flowers, all this. So what I'm going to do is stack my cans back on the shelves, which will be nice because they're pretty empty. The flowers, I don't think I'll fill my containers because I will use up that flour. I know I will because I'll be doing some baking, probably not this week, but next week. So I'm just gonna stick those in there, and then I know that I'm gonna be filling my big containers up as I use them up. So we're just gonna restock. So for my pantry, I have my pasta there. This is the can cupboard. So I try to keep everything canned in here, and the bottom is like big stuff. So I'll store like my vinegar, my liquid aminos, and I will be putting all my flowers down here. So the bottom will be a shove effort until we kind of, you know, obviously use things up, but that's okay. Sometimes it looks like shove, shove, shove because eventually it gets used up. So I'm just gonna stock back up everything in here. I'm gonna be smart, hold on. Your battery, and then get yourself a stool right here in front of you. Set that on top. So that's right there, so it's easier to load in. So let me just stack everything back up. I think presentation marketing has a lot to do with what we purchase, right? Like if I look at these, this to me, the tomatoes look like Jello chunks, and they look like pink Jello chunks versus like the Walmart blue version. It just doesn't look, it just looks like pink Jello. But I'm sure it's probably the same thing inside, but it's all about presentation. Don't you agree? Like, would you pick the blue one or the red one? You'd probably go for the blue one because it looks more like tomatoes. So this is good. I'm just filling in, and then if I have extra, I put them in the back and put the rest of the stuff in front. That's good. I set my alarm because my premiere is on for Tuesday. We do on Tuesdays, we have we do the balanced home life series that we're doing. We're going through our house, we're cleaning out, we're cluttering, we're adding, decluttering, we're cluttering up our life. No, we're decluttering, and we're also implementing some new routines and helping the mental state of our lives. So it's not as popular as grocery shopping, put away groceries, but that's okay. But it's all about making those small changes. So I like to go on there in the morning so I can talk with them. It's kind of a nice time to be able to do that. I know a lot of people do lives and stuff. I don't do lives because of life, but I will do the premieres where I can be on there and chat with them publicly. So I'm getting this done, which is great. Got all my stuff here. I kind of put the stuff that we have extra, like pears, because totally forgot about those being in the back. It's one of those things like we would love to have pears and just forget they're there. So trying to bring some forward. Found like random ones, so I kind of stuck on its side because I know I will use it up. So I'm just going to keep moving up here and filling in and being part of the stream. Okay, so this is done. Like I've got everything in here. I cut my hair the other day, so I have these tiny little hairs that always fall down. It's usually lasts for a few weeks until it stays back. So this is done, shoved in there, but that's okay because this flour stuff, we'll be using this up like real quick. That's not a worry, and then I'll be filling those up. So I fill up, the sugar was empty. My sugar over there is full. I have these I set in here. I'm gonna put these in the sink to get washed so they can get clean once in a great while instead of refilling them constantly. But this is done in here. There's just a little bit of sugar crystals all over the floor. So I'm like, the sugar on the floor. Time to put it on slippers is what I'm thinking. So let's go to the next section. Now moving on to the baking cupboard. So I'm gonna just kind of grab everything that goes over that way. Okay, so this cupboard over here is my baking cupboard. It's my YouTube video. Is it's nice because we do the live chat in here and talk with everybody. So this is like my baking oils, flour, and like stuff that I'm going to use for a baking recipe in here. So it's, you can't really see because it's in the corner. So it's a weird thing over here. So I'm just going to kind of put things away as best I can. Okay, so something that's changed and happened because groceries are a lot, and it's now I'm not just getting like ingredients. I am buying stuff. Discount store, right there, a good example. You can get a lot of stuff that you can purchase that's already made. So I'm not completely that way. If I found brownies on sale for 25, 50 cents a box, I would buy them because it's cheaper. So this cupboard is kind of empty now. So it's interesting because my pasta cupboard's full, the can cupboard's full. This one is kind of like my, I don't even know what I call that cupboard. It's like my spice cupboard, and the random like peanut butter and jelly go in there, and you know, grits go in there, and breadcrumbs go in there. So it's just different. It's different. So I'm thinking to alleviate some, you know, clutter in there. I have a whole empty drawer here on the bottom now that I don't have anything to go in because there's nothing in there. So I'm like, So I'm thinking that I'll take some of the stuff that was over there, like I got this, I got some boxes of this, our extra grits to put over there. We also have a lot of nuts that I bought, almond flour, and maybe the tortillas. I usually put the tortillas back there, but we have appliances on the counter. So we'll see. I'm gonna see how much I can fit in here and make work. So it's a good thing. Okay, so that works out. I stuck breadcrumbs in there. I took the French fried onions and put them in there. That works for that cupboard. What else do we have? Let's do the coffee and I still have to fill out my coffee today too. Do we do that all at once? Let's get all the let's go to do this one a little easier because there's a lot more stuff. I still got all this to put away. So let me grab that and we'll put it over here. All right, get a little bit empty cupboard here, so I'm gonna climb up there and see what I got. I think I gotta fill a few spice containers too. So let me move you back and we will work on filling this up. Right, the sun is so bright, I can't complain. So I have to remember, I'm going here, that I have bay leaves. So when I go to make something, I have to remember it's here because I'm gonna forget. There I had a little bit of onion powder left. I'm just gonna stick that there because I will use that up in something. Vanilla bean, I'm gonna put in front of my vanilla. This thing I've got, someone sent me, we really like the nasi goreng rice, okay? That's one of our favorite, but they also sent these things, and I don't know, like, I guess I can Google it. Like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it out. I'll just Google it. I was just thinking, I don't know like what these would be good for because I don't know Indian food very well. Let me just keep those out. That's good. Okay, so I've got, you know, one thing we don't eat enough of is cornmeal. For some reason, nobody likes, is that gonna all fit in there? I can shove it in there. For some reason, the family does not like cornbread. What? I know, it's one of those things that I think you have it a bunch of times and then you're like, oh, I'm tired of it. That is not gonna fit in there. I was like, is that gonna fit in there? It is not gonna fit in there. I guess. Do I have a small container? That was so bad. I was hoping that would all fit in there. So cornmeal, we just have a lot of it and not enough to eat it, and that's okay. I think it's one of those things that maybe we'll have for a little bit and then eventually they'll go, oh, I love cornbread again. Probably the case. I was gonna make some polenta with it. I really like that. Or like cornmeal mush, I guess is the word. So it will be me eating it. Okay, that is totally not gonna fit. Okay, that's okay. Always shoving, making it not fit. I wonder if I have a small container. Let me go see if I have small plastic. I should show my screen, but I have a small one right here. Let's put this in. Okay, so this is my cornmeal. I'm gonna have to do something with that. I don't know what, but we will figure something out. So, got a lot of Kool-Aid packets. Yes, I do. Okay, I'm gonna stick this right here. So this is good. Okay, let me put these out so I remember I have them. Baking soda. I forgot I have this. Let me pour this in here. The girls had opened, they didn't see the small ones, so they had opened another container, so I just put it in here. Let me just pour this in next. Baking soda's baking soda. It's all newer, no big deal. Okay, this is good enough for now. This cupboard gets full real quick, so I don't mind having empty space in there. Okay, I know you can't see anything. Let's go down here to the coffee cupboard. I mean, first time opening. Butter dishes in there. We'll just stick it up there for now. Okay, let me just organize this as best I can. I have to fill up my coffee pods as well. Probably do variety because I have variety. And just stick it in the cupboard here. It does, we don't have it long enough to, there's like sugar on the floor. We don't have the coffee long enough where I have to worry about putting the refrigerator freezer because it does get enough. I still have all this. Okay, let's just organize this. Okay, good enough right here. So I just put our drinks in here. I gotta remember I have this when I make water. I'm gonna put this out today. This is watermelon and mint. I know it's gonna be delicious. I'm gonna leave it here. So I remember to use it. Filled up all the coffee. I feel like there's coffee granules underneath me. It's one of those days where I'm gonna be walking on the floor until I clean it, and that's okay. But that part's done. I feel like coffee bags would be a good, like, smeller. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you know? Because coffee bags smell so good. So, like, obviously, what are you gonna put like in the bottom of your trash can, which sounds so weird, but it just smells so good. Like if you just put coffee beans in the bottom of your trash can, will that help absorb the smell? Like I remember way back in the day hearing something like that, like putting it in shoes to get rid of smells, because you know you use it like it to neutralize the odor. That's a thought, because it just smells so good. Who does not love the smell of coffee? Like just, you know, stick them in your room under the bed. No, I'm just kidding. So, okay, the rest is going to be like personalized stuff, like bathroom supplies and that. So, and then snacks. So let's go back here. I was gonna say we didn't get a lot, but we did. We got a lot of the, like pretzels. Remember, pretzels were the deal of the day. So I'm going to try to stick those in here as best I can. Let me go get all those things and bring them here. I had to. The one shelf, it was like really bowed down, so I just flipped it upside down. It's got the bad edge, but it'll eventually flatten out. So let me get this stuff and just stick it up here. We don't have that much. It's mostly pretzels and some cereal. Okay, good enough for now. It's just the snacks, what we have, pretzels. Basically, they're usually, sometimes we get a lot of stuff at the discount store, we store it in here. We really don't have that much. So I have got this, I keep using this. I'm like, do I need this for anything? So it might get in a go away pile, but we'll see. All right, the key is, are you still moving? I'm like, just want to be done. No, I have to get this. We have to focus and get this all done. So this is all the shampoos. We will have shampoos for quite some time. I have a lot of people that do hair. I have a lot of girls that have, don't mind the messy, the bedroom's not even made. I didn't even do it today because I had focus. I was like, I'm going to focus on the putting away all of the groceries and not worry about my bed. So I did not even do my bed today. All right, we got a lot of this, which is good. Oh, that's like kind of, lots of shampoo and conditioner. This is one thing I don't like to run out of. There's enough people in bathrooms that if like you run out, someone's got something, but to be able to stop this, that's a good thing. Okay, and I kind of already cleaned this because we did our go through our bathroom series, so there isn't much in here. I needed to get deodorant. Hold on, I need my knife. Let me go get my. I need to get. We were out of deodorant, but the kids like certain ones, and I was not able to get those certain ones because they didn't have them. So I need to probably order them from Amazon next time. Okay, toothpaste. We are set for quite some time now, which is a great thing. And I've got a lot of bottles of cleaner with bleach. This will go when the kids like realize they need some, they'll come get it. If they never come get it, then they must not be doing it. This one's really good for, it's almond milk and blueberry scent. Really good for scrubbing your showers. I was just gonna use the pink stuff. I don't like the way this leaves a residue, so I'm gonna have to make sure it's rinsed really well. I am gonna use it up. So this is my focus, to use this stuff up first and then go on to soap. But it's literally dish soap, scrubbing your showers. You'd be surprised at how much better it really truly is. So I keep that in here. This little bit, let me go put this in the sink in the kitchen. All right, toilet paper on the bottom here. I don't take it out, I just leave it in the bag, it works. It's the one thing that never gets like, I never keep toilet paper for a long time in this household, not at all. All right, let's go out here, and I think we got under the kitchen sink. I forgot the laundry room. So one thing we did get a lot of is laundry detergent. So what happened is somebody started using this one when there was still a little bit of that in there. So let me go add, well, let me just pour it out. Oop. See if we can pour this. I didn't know if I'd like this feature. I love this feature. Oh, let's see, it's full in here. Can we overflow it? You can't overflow it, can you? No, you don't want to. Okay, so this I'll probably just leave right here so that we use it up. This is going to be the use up laundry soap. I don't have this much soap. Oh, you know what? I'll put it here. Oops. This got sent to me. We don't use pods at all, but we will be using pods. Where's the cutter? I should be wearing an apron, and then I could keep this in my pocket all the time, especially today. So we used to buy these at discount store. They're pretty cheap when I got them, but I haven't. This still has some smelly stuff in it. I'm not gonna wash it out. I know. Let's just pour this in here. It just shows you how much soap you really need in your washer. I remember back in the day thinking or reading something that said you only need like a little bit, and I'm like, you really do just need a little bit. So I think most of them acclimate to it. So in a bag. I'm going to set this here because I will totally forget I have it. This is my Norwex powder. It gets a little hard, but I do have more of the Ultra Clean. I use it. So I'm just going to keep this here. I'm going to refill it because we use it. And then I also have OxiClean. Again, trying to use it. I bought it. And it's one of those things like I have no use for it. So it's like I throw it in once in a while when the laundry is a little smellier or something like that. So we're just going to have it like this. We don't have the order. This is not organized. No, not at all. This is like, we're gonna clean this room eventually, right? We are. So I keep my car clean stuff right here, and that's it. So, okay, good. I'm gonna just leave this here. I just lost the lid. That's down the side. Anyways, we'll leave this right here, put a little bit of water to shake it, and we'll throw it in with our load of laundry when, does this go in here? This goes in here when we need it. Next. Okay. Laundry room done. We're almost coming to an end. I got a lot of stuff to put away up there. Let's do under the sink here. So what do I do in my sink? Fix that for one. This is my plastic. Will that fit in there? Yes, it will. I need this out. Okay, so under here, we just keep our trash bags. I don't like to keep a big box in there because it takes up a lot of space. So we'd rather just have a big giant one. Let me open mine here. Shove it. That works right there. And I keep my dish cleaning fluids. Get you right here. I'm just going to pour the remainder in here. There's only a few. Put that right here. And then in here, I will just keep I'm gonna keep a bottle of bleach down here. I'm keeping up there because I had to clean my sink out. I'm gonna put my dish pan in there in a little bit here. So I keep my stainless steel cleaner, this oven cleaner, this rag for here. This is some dish soap as well. Oh, I was saying, what do I have this? Because I was out of soap. So this will go back here until that one's used up. We've got our little filler for our steamer and our essential oils, which smell so good. I'm probably gonna take them out of the box and set them in here. And these are great things. You can find these at your Aldi. Get some. Oh, I like the citrusy ones. Were so good. I haven't even used them all. Just the one flavor, and they were so good. Okay, this is good here. Trash bags we keep in here for the bathrooms. I'm gonna keep the alcohol in here because you know someone will use it for something else, and I'll go, I don't have any for my essential oils, or not my essential oils, for my I use it for my. Oh hey Maddie, she scares me when somebody comes and sees me. I use it for my like sprays and stuff in the house, and then I have this. Someone said use this on your pots and pans, so I'm gonna do that. And I bought gloves because I don't like the way that feels on your hands when you're doing it. So I'm gonna take. Hopefully I can just stick these on here. I remember I used to put my gloves on there as well. Okay, that works for right there. Clothespins, hooking them together. Okay, this is done under here. We'll put more under here as I'm done with the stuff up on top. This is like my bag slash wax paper, parchment paper cupboard for right now. So I'm thinking, I was just telling Maddie, I said I should move the pan cupboard, she's making eggs, over there by the stove. Hello, it's the same cupboard. Then put the plastic one in here. Then I can put my like glass mixing bowls, which I have sitting in here because they have no spot for them, so that'll work. But I have a lot of extras here now, so I'm gonna put all my bags. We'll be using these up because I'm gonna be making a lot of freezer meals here coming up. So I'm just gonna shove this underneath because again, we'll be probably using up the remainder on top here in the next day or so. And these are sandwich bags, so this doesn't really have a rhyme or reason in here, but it will when we do it. And these are snack bags. I've had these since we moved here. I bought a ton of snack bags, filled up snacks because we were in apartment, just to be able to have food easily, and I've not used them since. So it's been what, going on 2 years here. I don't even know if we'll ever use these. Maddie says keep them. We may. We'll see.
Because we always use them for like our.
Well, I forget they're here though, so those are here. So I'm gonna just get, these are all reusable bags we use. I'm gonna make sure they don't smell like onions, and I don't mind reusing those. It'll be good, like on the outer bags of like if I do use some onions and stuff. So okay, these ones I think are good. These are extra. I'm gonna stick this, and I got one big one right here. So basically, we're just kind of shoving in here for now my parchment paper, and call it good. One thing I did replace was my pans, and so I'm gonna go to the. They're well used for a long time. I'm gonna replace those, which means I'm gonna go through and see what am I actually gonna keep. What do I not even use? Like I've got that big giant 24 cupcake thing. We really don't use 24 cupcakes ever. I'm gonna hold on to it. I'm gonna get myself like a 12 cup. I know, downsize, but I'm gonna keep one. I'm not gonna keep two because I don't really use it. Pop over pan, we do like that. Brownie pan and bread pan. I'll keep this over my baking cupboard that we don't use, and then I can replace. I got two of these. You can only put two in the oven at the same time, so just keep two. Same thing with the air pans. This size fits in my other oven. It's the only one that fits, so I'm gonna put those in there. I was keeping a small one just to do like a tester, but in reality, it's just an extra pan, so I feel like that reads me out a lot. I'm gonna get rid of, I bought this at the thrift store. It's one of those things like, I really don't make anything tiny like that. Same thing with the little, well, you know, these are good for the donut balls. Let me leave that one out. But this one, I think everything kind of stuck and it was a real pain to get out. So that's good. It rids in the mini donut pan. I just don't use it. I'll see if Jaden wants that. She might want that for hers. But the other ones are kind of well-used pans that just ready to find a new home. And then I'm gonna put this is parchment paper sheets to go on the cookie sheet, but I still have parchment paper. So I'm just gonna stick this on the side. And then when, I gotta clean this up. When I'm done, I will, like when I need it, I will start using these instead. Okay, one more thing done. Pressing it. Maddie's like before, sad, depressing. Like Maddie is going to, I guess we've got our tablecloth here. Christmassy's still out here, so she's gonna put my new springy one in there, which will be nice, and just see shows on. It'll be good. Okay, I'm gonna make some room here, so I'm gonna wash these dishes so that I've got some space to work in the kitchen. I know we're gonna have to start on food, so let me get washing here, and I'll clean my sink out and put my new little container in here. See how that. So I'm gonna take this out, I'm gonna sit outside so it dries, and then just sit like on top of my refrigerator, not throw it away just yet. See if I can just use the dish pan in the sink, see if that works for now without anything breaking all the time. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I have a lot of meal prep to do, like a lot of the meat. I have a cooler right now and it's got ice packs in it. It's keeping my eggs cold because I have no room for the 15 dozen eggs. So I need to kind of, now most of the stuff's put away. It's gonna be dishes here to be put away as they dry, and I want to kind of move cupboards around a little bit too, maybe in between. We'll see how life goes, but I do need to start on some kind of the meat prep. So what I'm gonna do this month is I'm gonna do some freezer meals. I am. And so some of my meat, I'm going to, instead of leaving it raw and then making it into like meatballs and meatloaf, I'm gonna do all that beforehand, because that saves its time, it's yummy, it'll be good. So but for now I'm gonna so I can just kind of empty the refrigerator a little bit, is I'm gonna start cooking some hamburgers. So thank goodness I made a list way before, so I don't have to think, because right now my brain is like, what do I actually do? So I am going to get my onions out of the freezer, and you know what I was gonna do? I was gonna do all of my veggies, and you know, I cook veggies and then put it into the meat to kind of add more nutrients to it. I'm gonna do that too, so I'm gonna have to get out my machine and chop up some onions. I have some in the freezer I'm gonna use up, because I just don't want to keep the onions in the freezer like I did last time. I feel like it made everything smell like onions, and it did. So I like to chop some up, cook it, and add it to the meat that's cooked, and then when I make like my meat loaf and stuff like that, kind of saute some of that mixture and put it in there, and then mix it up raw. So I think that I'm gonna get those two things rolling right now. Sink is clean, look at. I'm gonna put this right here. I will fill this up with soap and water and see how it does. I think to maybe get a mat for over here, just a small one. I know Dollar Store has one. They had a bigger one yesterday at Walmart. I just didn't want it to cover the drain. So I'm gonna see, because I feel like, I think someone said this gets scratched easily, which I know it will. So if you put a lot of dishes in there, is that gonna get scratched? That's what my concern is, like pans. So probably this with a mat, but I'm gonna have to do a little bit of investigating here and see what works. But this I can fill up with hot soapy water, and I can wash things throughout the day while I'm making meals, because I do miss that part of it. So let's, I'm gonna get my pans out first. This will work out because I have to empty my pan cupboard. Pans out, get as many as I can, and start cooking hamburger. My list, I had 30 pounds I bought, right? And then I had 15 ground turkey. Is that what I did? I had some ground turkey in the freezer. So I'm going to get out, I gotta hold on, let me add this up. Okay, what I'm gonna do is, I've got 30 pounds total. Is that what I bought, 30 pounds? Pretty sure I did. So I'm gonna take 15, I better write this down. I'm gonna keep 20 out. 20 I'm gonna make into that I'm gonna make into like meatballs, Salisbury steak, meatloaf, guamkis, things like that. So I think I bought 30. I'm gonna have to go double check. I'm gonna take that other 10, cook it. I'm also gonna cook, I have ground turkey that I pulled off my turkey myself and ground up. So I'm gonna put that in there with some ground turkey that I got in the refrigerator, I have it thawing. I also have some for breakfast sausage I gotta be aware of. So mix it all together, just let it cook down. I'm gonna put some onions in there, peppers, celery as I get it chopped up. So let me get my pans out. We'll start cooking them on the stove. Okay, I'm thinking out loud. I'm like, I think I saved 20 to make into meatballs and stuff, so that only leaves me with 10. I thought about 35, about 30. And then I've got a bunch of turkey. So I've got 10 ground beef, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably 7, 8, 9, 10, probably 12 turkeys. So I'm gonna cook all of this. I had a little bit of hamburger as well left over from when it's been in the freezer. So I've got 3 pots out. I'm just gonna do it and divide it up so that way I can get it done quicker, because I only have the smaller ones. Okay, I need to get my apron on for this. So I'm gonna put these over here, frozen on the bottom. They're gonna cook. It's gonna take some time. Okay, I'm gonna chop up some onions in just a minute, but what I'm gonna do first is get my egg container cleaned off because I haven't washed this in a little bit of time since we're gonna restock it. And I still have eggs. We still have eggs from last month. So I'm gonna make sure that we use those up. It's like one of those things you be frugal with them because, you know, $1 million for eggs. But I'm like, we definitely can use them up. So I will put these in a bowl here so we use these. I'm gonna wash these out so I can restock with my new ones and get those in the refrigerator because they're in the cooler right now. I'd like to get them out. Next, what I'm gonna do is I've got out so the eggs are all in there, thank goodness, nice and chilled. And I put the new ones, the old ones actually in the refrigerator. We're gonna use those up. I might make salad tonight because I have a lot of lettuce and chicken, so I might do like a salad thing. And then I washed out my container. This was my ice tray for my freezer. There's soap on the outside. I didn't like this because it like stopped how much ice our ice maker makes. As long as you pull it forward, it makes more. So I use this for my onions and my potatoes. People say don't put your potatoes and onions together because they like let off a gas. I don't know, maybe outside the refrigerator. I haven't found any issues. In Florida here, I found that I have to keep my potatoes in the refrigerator. It's the only way they don't go bad. In North Carolina, I did not. Michigan, I did not. Here in Florida, they go bad because I went to the store and I got my month's worth supply and they were going rotten in the closet. I was like, ew. So, yeah, so I put them in the refrigerator and they do fine. It helps with the onions as well when you're chopping them so your eyes don't burn. So that's a good thing. So I've got 2 onions left. I've got this little bit right here. Left from last time. Just a smelly onion. So I'm just gonna put those in a pan. I'm gonna saute all these separate. I got out my big old machine here. This is a beast of a machine. I love it. It's it chops like insane amount of stuff. So I'm going to put in there, and this is garlic. We're gonna do a lot of garlic. I'm gonna do a bunch of onions here, chop them up so I can saute them, add it to my food over there, and then we'll do more for other things, but just for right now, I'm gonna chop some up. I'm debating like how much do I do, but I've got enough because I've got to do raw meat as well. So I'm going to save a bunch for that because that's going to be 20 pounds. So you want at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 6 of them, right? 1, 2, yeah, I'm thinking that works. Okay, so I'm just going to chop these up in here and let it do its thing. I'll use this again for other things, but I'm going to chop it for now. Okay, so I've got a whole lot of onion here, so I'm going to turn my stove on here. We are going to put a bunch of oil. Should put that on the bottom. I did not, so we're just going to kind of saute it. Just going to cook this and saute it so I can add it to my meat as it's kind of cooking here because I want to get some of the liquid out because turkey is very, it has a lot of like liquid, obviously water in it. So I'd like to use that hot on. I like to get the water out before I add all the seasonings to the meat here. And then we'll put it together. I'm just getting a little bit out. Put it together. Call it good. So I'm going to put in, this is like steak ones, I know. It's going to be with meat. So I'm just going to literally pour all that because I have a whole nother one here. And then we've got garlic here to use up. I'm using all of this because I'm going to do it with the meat now. Then later, and I still have more in my freezer for the meat oven and stuff. So this is going to be great. I'm going to put this whole chunk in here. Okay, the big one in the back is cooking the fastest, so that's a good thing. This is just going to take some time. Again, we're just doing a big, large amount, so I don't mind. And this is where that big giant pan that I did not buy the bowl that would be helpful will come in handy. I'll use my pink one, but and just mix it up a little bit. But that's where that big giant one would be great. But it's only once in a while that you need it, so it's one of those like not worth needing it, but it'd be helpful for days like today. So we're just gonna kind of get this sauteed. That one in the back will probably cook first, and then I'll be able to take the meat out and I can put all this cooked onions in there, and it'll be very delicious. I'm gonna go over my list here so I make sure I don't miss anything for today. Okay, well, I'm in between meat. I think I'm gonna get, actually, I've got a couple things in my, I was gonna switch my cupboards around, but I think I'm gonna get out of my freezer, I've got like hot dogs. I'm gonna take the hot dogs and put them in bags of 8, because that's all we'll eat for a meal. I know, it doesn't seem like much, but that's what I'm gonna do. So that way it's a whole lot easier when and so I don't thaw the whole thing and put them in bags later. It's simple, hot dogs in a bag, easy. This another one to put in bags is the hamburger patties. So instead of keeping the big box in there, put it in a bag so I can organize it on the shelf. I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna put 8 in a bag. Ugh, I know, it doesn't seem like much, but that's all I need. We'll put these in the freezer as well. I got 5 meals of burgers. That's good. It's the random day. So I'm gonna put my potatoes in here that I got on one side. Bought the bigger russet ones last month. I never used them up. I need to use something with them. I'll put this in the refrigerator. I will put more onions just right here whenever we don't use up whatever we have left here. And then another one I got was a rump roast. I'm gonna just cut that up. It was a rump roast. I think that's what it was. Cut it up because I just throw it in the slow cooker and let it cook real slow. And then I use the meat to tear apart and put like in burrito bowls. So I'm just gonna cut it basically either in half or in thirds. Probably in thirds. That's about all we'll eat. I was just thinking, I'm like, I was gonna leave it whole, and then I thought I'll do chunks, but I forgot I get products sent to me. There is a meat one that cuts your meat really thin. Let me get that out. I feel like that would be good for this. Look at this thing, it's a meat slicer. You put your meat on it, and it slices it thin. Sometimes it's a pain in the butt to have to cut all this beef apart, so I like this. I saw this, I was like, ooh, that looks like something I could use. Will it work? Let's test it together. I'm looking, it's called Once for All. That's pretty genius. So it kind of suction cups to your countertop. I'm doing this all with you. Like the cheese thing did. Will it work? We'll find out. How far does this go? Up, straight up. Okay, so that sticks. So place it on there. Turn the switch to 90 degrees. I got it. Okay, then your meat, you put it in here. Does it have to be down in there? Like half the size? I didn't even... Because this would go... How does this do it? This slices through it. Let me cut this in half. Unless my hairpin just fell out. That's gross. Okay, so put your meat in like that. Is that how that goes? Put your meat in there. Cut the meat into suitable sizes for the container at first. What? These blades are very sharp. This is it? How's this going? Hold on a minute. And this comes off. What size? Oh, you can do different sizes. Oh, like bigger and thinner? Let's do the thicker ones. Let's see, does this go this way? It does, okay. I don't know, let's find out together. Oh. Look at that, hold on. That was better than cutting it by hand. Oh wow, that's actually way easier. We gotta do some more. Oh, I gotta cut up this stuff. Slice it, sorry. I'm learning. Okay, it's my first time, so let me see. Put this in here. Slice it back and forth. What? Oh my goodness. That just made a world of difference. Okay, some gizmos and gadgets, you're like, eh, whatever. Look at that. If you're cutting meat, look at that. Oh my goodness, that's like, you saw that, right? You guys ever see me cut meat? It takes forever. Look at that, wow. And you can do thinner too. Impressive. I gotta cut this down. So if you overfill it like I usually do, then it just takes a little bit more strength. But if you don't, you can just get it and kind of push it down a little bit. Like look at it. And get this right in there. You just gotta get it right in there. I can't believe that. Oh, I'm like amazed. I saw it and I was like, oh, I don't know if that'll be good or not, but look at that. You know what my chicken's gonna be like? Like we're gonna put some on the grill. I think tiny, like thin pieces of meat are always better. Are they not? They are. I can't believe I just did that quick. Let's do it slow. So just be very careful. I think you can do it even thinner. Okay, that's got a little bit of hunka. That's got some fat in it, I see. It's got a big ball of fat, I see. The regular you can. Okay, look at that. I'm gonna link this little tool below because that's awesome. That is really awesome because there's like a big hunk of fat right there. Gross. I don't like the big hunk. It's warning me, don't use it. This little piece of work. Wow, that is impressive. Okay, I like that. Once for all, genius little product. Oh my goodness, that's very good. Okay, see how it does in the chicken, but look at all that beef. Like thin pieces of meat. Like I like thin pieces of meat and chicken. So, hey, that worked. I'm glad I remembered that. Okay, let me, we're doing 10 things. Let me wash these, put this in bags, and do the meat. Okay, so I've got all my meat in here. So when you cook the turkey and the beef in one pan, the the box on the ground makes it lick. Don't be looking at it first. The turkey turns white, obviously, but if you cook it with the beef, it turns the color of beef. Interesting phenomena. So there'll be a little bit of white pieces in here, but that would be the ground turkey. But I'm assuming, like ground turkey, when you get it in a tube, is that mostly dark meat? Probably, right? It's probably not the breast part, so that's okay. So what I'm gonna do is kind of smashing it down. I'm gonna add all my onions in here, and I'm just gonna mix it all up, let it sit, and then we're gonna put it in bags. Easy, and it'll be meat already cooked and seasoned. Okay, this is like just very good seasoned ground beef and ground turkey. So you want your stuff to taste better, add more seasonings to it. Onions chopped up. One of those things, like if you mix it in with the cooked meat, you don't see it, but another way is if you puree it in a food processor, it gets even smaller and the kids will be like, they don't even notice it. So I've done where I've done different veggies, where I've added to my meat where I cooked it and did, you know, zucchini, we did spinach in there, peppers, onions and garlic, whatever, carrots, we can put carrots in there. Carrots don't really, they just kind of keep their shape obviously and stay very orange. So if you don't mind seeing orange stuff, whenever anybody come eat, I'm like, if you notice something green and orange in your meat, it's because I put veggies in it. And they're like, oh. So this is great. Seasoned with all that good steak seasoning, so it is good to go. So the meat will be ready for any kind of dish. And then if I want to add more to it, I can, but this will be a very nice, flavorful meat just to start with. So what I need to do is take out some for, this is so cool. That is a very cool thing. Take out some for I'm gonna do some freezer meals. So I'm gonna keep some in my refrigerator because I'm gonna do a couple freezer meals and the rest I'll put in bags and stick it in the freezer. And I'll have ground beef already cooked up. So I wanna grab it for a quick meal and it's just thawed and I'll be ready to go. Okay, I'm gonna use this as my measuring cup. You kind of figure that's half a pound. Did that be about right? Would that be like 1 pound of meat right there? About 1 pound. So I need to get 7 in here. 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5 I'll do, 2 bags here, and these will go in my refrigerator after they cool off. And then I'll be using them for freezer meals that we'll make later. And the rest we'll put in bags for, I'm reusing my 1 bags here that I was like, do I keep these? 3.5. Perfect. And this will be for meals. This tastes really good. The meat's nothing's better than good cooked homemade meat with a lot of stuff in it. So I'm gonna just put these in bags here, and then try my best to keep the bags clean so they don't get all slimy with the grease, because that happens when you're doing stuff. Okay, let's put them in Ziploc bags to freeze. Okay, so I ended up with about 7 pounds to make for freezer meals. I was wondering, like, what is Maxine licking on the floor? And one of my bags like kind of tilted over and spilled the liquid. So she's like having a field day down there. I cleaned it up, and then I ended up with 8 over here to put in the freezer. So that was 15 pounds right there, which I think I kind of figured out to do, right? 15 and save 20, so that's 35. So that's about good with the turkey. So what I'm gonna do, so the only thing I would do different is I won't be having turkey breast, so it won't be white next time, but that's okay. I need to make a note of what I have. So I'm gonna give myself a reminder. I just put the rump roast in the freezer, and I think I had, oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take a freezer inventory when I'm done, so I kind of know everything I bought, because the cost, and then I can see how long it will last. Let me do that. Okay, let's put this in the freezer. Let's see what else we can do. I'm gonna get some water because I need some water. I'm thinking, what do I start on next? I don't want to do freezer meals. I have a lot of, look at this. Oh, it's basically just a little tea bag. Look at that. So this is my water and drink. This will be delicious. It says shake, but I'll just leave it. So I'm thinking, I'll let this cool and I'll put it in the refrigerator, this meat right here. So I don't want to start on my chicken yet, because that's a little bit of a, I might just do all the beef today. I like kind of spreading this out because it gives my freezer a chance to kind of freeze that meat flat. Usually I'm stacking stuff. So I kind of like to break it up a little bit. I'll still do a lot today. The sausage I can mix up, but my turkey is not thawed, so I want to wait on that. But I could mix up all of my beef stuff. I could, or I can just organize my refrigerator too. Either one, but I feel like I need to get taken care of the meat before I kind of organize everything. So let me kind of see here. Give me a minute, I gotta change battery. Okay, this is good. The watermelon's good. I don't know if I'm crazy about the mint, but I think it's like anything, it's that refreshing afterwards. So usually watermelon has that tartness, so I'm like, but it's good. I mean, I'll drink it. I've got however many's in there. So what I'm gonna do next, I was just sitting here thinking, I'm like, what do I do? Let me get the rest of my beef done, the ground beef stuff. So I am gonna make some freezer things with the meat. So I'm basically gonna do 2 meatloaves, 4 meatballs, porcupine meatball, and two Salisbury steak, and guamkis. But that I'm gonna have to do with cabbage, so that might be a little more labor intensive. I'll see if I get that done today. So I'm gonna I'm gonna do some more onions, chop those up enough that I'm gonna mix in with the meat, because I'm gonna, do I cook it or just put it in raw? I feel like, let me see if it's better to cook it first. Okay, so I do have to cook the meat. I did Google it, said it's best to cook it so it doesn't, you know, get hard or doesn't cook when you're making the meatball. So I'm gonna put all the onions in here. I'm gonna get out some garlic, same thing, same kind of spices, anything good, it'll be good. And then I'll mix up everyone individually and just set it like on a tray to freeze. And then we'll put them in bags. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is mix up my meat mixtures and I'll add the onions after. So I'm going for my recipe for Salisbury steak. This will be a good way to use up eggs. I don't normally put eggs in my Salisbury steak, but they are softer, and so since I'm freezing them, I don't really want them falling apart when I cook them, because I'm doing a slow cooker, so I'll put eggs to bind them together. The meat is all in basically 5-pound packages, so I think I'm gonna do 1 package is gonna be, I take out a little bit of Salisbury steak, 1 is gonna be meatballs, and 1 is gonna be meatloaf. That's it, right? Yes, 1, 2, 3, and then 1 I will save for guamkis. Yep, I'm just looking ahead. Is that it? That's it. Okay, so let me just put this in here. For my Salisbury steak, it's normally 2 pounds of ground beef. It's 3/4 cup of breadcrumbs, so I'll double that. Triple it almost. 1/4 cup mustard, 1/4 cup of ketchup, beef bouillon, Worcestershire sauce, salt and pepper. That's it. And then I'm gonna put eggs in there to kind of bind it together. Usually for about every pound and a half, I'll do 1 egg just so it holds it together real tight. Form into patties, put it on cookie sheets, stick in the freezer so it'll flash freeze, and then I'll have nice little patties and I'll just throw them in the slow cooker when we want to have them. Okay, it was a little bit stiffer and I was like, do I need to add more liquid? Well, then I just waited until I added the onions and made it nice and soft, so that works out. So I'm gonna form this into patties. I think it's gonna be more than 2 meals because I only need 6 patties, right? Yes, I know, small, so a few, that's good. Okay, that gave me like 3 meals because I figured I'll do 6 for each one, so that's good. 6 little patties, 3 meals, not bad. I was gonna do a couple more, but let's do 6, keep it small. That's the way to go. So now the next thing I'm gonna do is, let's do meatballs last because this will take forever. Let's do meatloaf. That'll be easy. Let me find a recipe that I had. Basically, it's kind of the same ingredients. Maddie opened up, she opened up packages. I'm like, what is this? She's like, do you ever see those things? I'm like, no, I haven't seen it, but what is it?
It's like I would say like affirmation thing.
Affirmation toy? Okay, so this says, fine apple. It's fine, you're fine, everything's fine. Those are cute. Okay, another one. You're totally guac this. How cute. Positive potato, and maybe a tiny potato, but I believe in you. Go do your thing. Emotional support pickle. I will always be around to let you know that you are a big dill. A big deal, huh, Dill? I like that. Thank you, Miss Barbara. So sweet. Those are gonna go to the kids. And then she got me, Miss Barbara bought me a long time ago, before I really even knew Miss Barbara, back in my mountain house, she bought me these, and they're for our bean donuts. That would have been years ago, probably when she first started watching. And I just used my last bag the last time. She bought me more. Thank you, Miss Barbara. Very, very sweet. So those are going down here because we're gonna use those. All right, meatloaf. I was just thinking, what do I do for meatloaf? I forgot. One of my viewers gave me her recipe. It's the only way my kids like it, the only way they like it. And it's basically ground beef, egg, breadcrumbs, Italian seasoning, tomato sauce, salt and pepper, garlic, onion, and parsley. Cindy, that's her name, Cindy, I wrote it down. It's basically like an Italian meatball, but that is the only way they like it. Whatever works. I'm gonna make only what they like. No sense making meatloaf if they're not gonna eat it. My meatloaf is, I just got the pan lid for the slow cooker that I like to cook it in, so I see it's about the size of this pan. So I'm just gonna do 2 like this, let it freeze, and then I'll stick it in a bag. Okay, these are gonna go directly in the freezer. My first thought was to make them fit in a Ziploc bag. That's not gonna happen, so I'll just wrap them in plastic. I don't mind wrapping plastic in foil, as long as they fit in this, which good to go. So let me put these in the freezer. Okay, meatloaf done. Let me just do some meatballs. I saw one. It was a bacon cheeseburger one. That looked really good, but again, I feel like I don't want to do all kinds of cheese. I could do bacon. Let me see if I got any bacon cooked. I can't find the bacon, so I'll just do regular meatballs. That'll work. And then I think I saw a porcupine one. I'm gonna try something different. Always good to branch out just on like one dish. Okay, for the meatballs, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out a little bit. I'm gonna do a porcupine meatball. If anybody, I think I made them like one time. They're like an old, Jensen, don't go too far. It's like an old meal. Like I remember like growing up having them or hearing about them. So I thought, again, I think I made them once and we never had them again. I don't know why, because I didn't do a lot of meatballs, but basically it's rice with the meatballs. So I'm gonna put the ingredients, I'm gonna put like a little bit in here and then put some rice in there and just mix it up. It's kind of like an Italian meatball. I'm gonna make more meatballs here and I'm gonna put in Parmesan cheese in that. I guess I could do all of that for the rice, but you know what? Why don't we just do that? Why don't we just mix everything up in one? I'll take out some, put some rice in it, mix it up to make a ball. Let's do that. Let's just create our own. So in this main one, I'll do the onions, I'll do Parmesan cheese, breadcrumbs. What else do I have? Salt and pepper, egg, eggs, breadcrumbs. Yeah, garlic's in there and all the spices. Okay, that's good. Okay, so I'm just gonna do one like that. That's it. The rest I'm gonna do regular meatballs. I think one pan will be like a meal, just like a 9x13 pan. So I'm just gonna roll these out, try to keep them all the same size, and just put them in the freezer. Another thing I'm gonna mix up is cabbage rolls. I'm a little late to the game. I think you can put heads of cabbage in the freezer and then they are just easy to pull off when you go to make them. I only have a little bit of time. I gotta stop and do some school. So I'm gonna throw these, I just cord them. I'm gonna stick these in the freezer. See if I can do that so that they're nice and pliable and be able to roll up really nicely. If not, we'll just boil them. All right, we are doing school on top of cabbage. So I put some in the pot here and boiling it, and I'm just kind of cutting it down with a knife and pulling off the pieces so I can get that done, and then we'll be making the, they're like guamki cabbage rolls basically. I'm gonna do some, we usually do it with sauerkraut, but I know the kids do not like sauerkraut. Greg does, I do, but I'm thinking to do it with a tomato sauce, and they just might like it. We'll see. I didn't as a kid, but they may will. You never know. Okay, I'm doing a million things. The cabbage, it was real quick just to put it in the pot and let the sides fall off. Now, I used to get this stuff at like Aldi where the cabbage is real tiny and you don't get many leaves. I got so many leaves from, like I did 3. Like look at all these, I got them in ice water here. So I'm gonna have a lot, which is good. I didn't think I'd have that many leaves, so I got 4. I cut the 3, so I had to use them up. So I'm gonna save the other one for something else. And then what I did, I didn't even use the inside piece. You know how this kind of gets tiny? So I'm gonna chop this up and probably do like some cabbage soup and freeze it. I'm thinking because that would be really good. I'll probably put it into my chopping out machine here and do a bunch of cabbage soup for, because that'll be easy to chop up. Because this is the middle part where it's still hard. It didn't get that soft from cooking it. And then I'm just finishing up here. We're doing school, back and forth. I just had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for lunch. We're doing a great day. It's only 1:30. Life is going great. All right, busy, busy. Once again, we keep moving. So the next one I'm gonna do is guamkis. This is a recipe, I guess it'd be a Polish one. Someone said they make it a little bit different, but it's the way my husband's family makes it. And they take hamburger with sausage, mix it together, salt and pepper, rice, egg, and then we wrap it in cabbage leaves and then put it in a pan with Italian sausage and sauerkraut. Now, instead of doing that, I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna do like a pan for that for Greg and I'd eat because it's so good. With so good cucumber salad, I'll be making it. But I'm gonna also freeze a bunch of them, and then that way I can take them out and make them different times through the month, and because it's like a big deal getting all this done, and then I'll be done. And then I'm also gonna try it with tomato sauce. That's how I ate it. I think a lot of people, if you Google it, it'll show tomato based. So just thought something different. So I'm just gonna put all the meat in here with the sausage, mix it up, and then make little patties. It'll be inside the sausage, it'll be inside the cabbage, it'll be great. I'm just gonna zone out, and I'm going to zone out. I'm gonna zone out and just make a bunch of cabbage rolls. I'm gonna put them on my pizza pans because that's what I have. All my ones in the freezer are used up. I'm gonna make a bunch here, and then I will put some, because tomorrow, I probably won't do it tonight because it's kind of late, but I'll make it tomorrow for dinner for Greg and myself, so I will put them in like my slow cooker. So I'll keep out some in the refrigerator, and then I'll create that tomorrow, which you guys can see. But today I'll just make them, and then I'll freeze some, and then we can just be able to use them for cabbage rolls because they are really good. They are so good. I love a guamki, so it'll be delicious. Okay, let's make them. Okay, doing amazing, getting stuff done. So those guamkis, those I put 2 pans in the freezer and putting this in the refrigerator. I will make this tomorrow. So what I'm gonna do is make something with the leftover cabbage, because it's not, it's like, what are you gonna make with it? Chop it up and fry it? We could, but I don't think I'm gonna eat it, but we do like cabbage vegetable soup. So I'm gonna put it through the food processor, let it do its thing through there. I will even put a thing of, I'll see what other kind of veggies I have, chop it all up. So that way we'll have it, and I was putting in a big pot, let it cook down with some diced tomatoes. Easy, we'll have yummy, delicious soup. I won't even have to, and it's like putting nothing to waste and using up. We can freeze it. It freezes really well too. Okay, my soup is filled to the top here. This is fine because it'll cook down. I just grabbed a couple potatoes, threw them in there. I threw a carrot in there. This is the 2 tomatoes. Remember we put those away? The Aldi's looks a little pinker. It does in like the can too. This looks pinker than this one. Isn't that interesting? So I'm gonna just literally go like this. Just pour this. And as it cooks down, it'll get smaller in the pan. So I'm gonna put a little bit of water in here and then just let it boil. This will be done. Use that up. I don't think I need any more of that, right? Actually, I will for my onions another day. Just, hold on, let me think. So my beef meals are done. They're in the freezer, freezing on pans, which I'll put them in containers, and I just have to make my freezer meals out of them, and then I gotta do chicken. So what I did is basically wiped up kitchen, cleaned up here. My soup is going, I took out a whole container of vegetables because it was kind of boiling up and going over. And over here I've got the bacon bits that we got at the discount store the last time, 3 months ago or something. And I'm gonna fry this. What we're gonna do is do BLTs tonight, because I've got tomatoes, and I've got that good brioche bread, and I've got lettuce, and I'm like, that's good. And fry eggs, because we have a bunch of eggs. So this is gonna cook here. This is gonna go to a boil here. So what I'm gonna do now is take the time and change my cupboards around. Remember, I wanted to switch, put my pans over there and put plastic over here. So I'm like, why don't I do that right now? Because I don't want to start on chicken. I'm trying to get my freezer to freeze first, and then we will do the chicken, but I can just wait for a little bit. So I'm just gonna take this out. The floor's got stuff everywhere. I'm like stepping on food, so it'll get cleaned eventually. So if you see stuff on the floor, I have a plan to vacuum later. So I'm just gonna come over here, empty this cabinet out, and then we're gonna put our pans over there. Okay, so all my pans spin. The key is when the kids put the pans away, they need to stack them where they need to go. So the difference that I have now is I had a lot of frying pans. I just have 2. I have my chicken fryer, this one, and my cast iron, and then the small one. So it's kind of like they don't all stack because I'll have lids. So I'm trying to, like, when I'm done with these, I'll make sure I put that on the cast iron, put the pot over in the corner, so then they'll fit just fine. So I think that's gonna work. It's gonna be about kids putting stuff away properly. So then this cupboard over here, same size, is gonna be all the plastic. All the plastic can go in here, which will be nice. I probably keep my strainers over there because it's kind of an empty spot. We'll see if we have room, because this is pretty much, and then actually I have these. These are cute, but they don't have a frying them. They're like really cute pans, and Jane didn't want them, and I was like, oh. So they're cute because you can fry little hearts, kind of a fun, I don't know, it's like one of those things like, I'll use them one day, but will I and when? So I don't know, we'll see if we keep them or not. Okay, let me take all this and put this in this cupboard over here. Okay, we're doing a gazillion different things. Got my cabinets moved around, which is good. Kind of picking up a little bit as I'm going, keeping that soup going. I put all the rest in there. The bacon is cooking. I'm going to be doing more like tomorrow when I wake up, food-wise. So I had to put, I'm trying to get this refrigerator organized with what I put in there. So I put my dairy in there. This has got everything shoved in it, but I haven't cleaned it. Yeah, I haven't cleaned it, so all the drawers are yucky. So I'm taking them out one at a time, washing them, and then I'll put them back up, fill it up. Like the cheese, I'm gonna open that, separate, and put it in bags just to make it easier. So let's clean. Like, should I put it really high? Do you like that view? Let me see. Okay, clean out the refrigerator. I found a lot of stuff. So some of the veggies, I'm gonna get those cleaned up and I'll put them on a tray. If I put them in containers, they don't usually get eaten. If I put them on a platter and put them out with some ranch, they'll get eaten. So I'm gonna chop some up and make a nice couple platters to have for the next, week or so. I say week, couple days. Okay, every time I do something, I think of something else to do. There's just a mess everywhere. There's a mess. I'm gonna be cleaning everything, but got the veggies done. That's good. I've got a few more in there, but the rest I'm gonna be using for my chicken and stuff. So something else I need to clean out is my freezer. I've cleaned that one out. This was the one that needed to get done. So there's only a little bit of stuff in here, but kind of going through it and eating the stuff up, which has been good. So what's in there is just a few things. So I'm gonna take all that out right now, put it on the counter, and then we're gonna clean that out. Doing amazing today. Take these outside and hose them off because my sink is kind of not this big. We had tornado winds the other day. Look at the fences down again. This fence, it did go over during the hurricane, but it broke, and the structure obviously wasn't too good to hold it up, and it snapped really bad windstorm. So the guy, it's our neighbor, he paid to put that fence in, like an extra heavy duty fence, so he actually is having somebody come fix it. So it's come today, but they didn't come, so that's why the fence is down, but they don't mind. It makes it seem like just walks by. It's like she's like out of sight, out of mind. Okay, I've got one here. Let me get the other one and hose it off. All right, that's good. I had a bunch of ice in the bottom of my freezer to pull out, so that's good. I'm just gonna wipe it and then we'll put it back in. And hurry, put the stuff in before it melts. I'll put some baking soda in there to help, you know, the freezer smell. Okay, so all I did on this one is added another bag because it's been in here for a while, the oranges and the cranberries. This is for my cleaning supplies, so that's just gonna go down here. I've got strawberry, I've got the avocado, completely forgot about the avocado. This is garlic, I'm gonna use this up. I have some pineapple habanero sauce, and then I have those coconut, like ice things I made with pineapple, like a sorbet. Like totally forgot, I pulled out the other day, so I put those here so I see them. I've got a few ice cream sandwiches, let's see what else. So not much in here, but we will add more in. It's got the butter, so I can use that up. The avocado, I put some in the refrigerator to use it, make sure I put it on toast tomorrow, so I have the seed bread, and put some baking soda in there. What else? And then the strawberries, can mix strawberry sauce. So this, it's good, and then it'll be kind of empty. Ready to stack up. I think there's breadcrumbs and the pineapple habanero in there. That's good. Okay, freezer's done. That was a job, and there's a lot I gotta turn on. You can do like an emergency setting and turn on like hurry up and freeze it so it makes some ice because it's pretty warm. So, and then I'm gonna start making, there's like gonna be water everywhere. I'm gonna do egg sandwiches for dinner with toast and the bacon. So I'm gonna clean up real quick here, the mess I just made, and then start making that. I'm gonna mix up breakfast sausage. Now this, the kids like the ones from the store where it's not really, it's like turkey with sausage. So I'm gonna mix regular ground sausage, like breakfast sausage with the turkey, mix up, put some spices in there. I use salt, pepper, sage, garlic, chicken bouillon, thyme, rosemary, and paprika. Mix it up really well. We can make in little patties that they can fry it and have like with sandwiches. So I'm gonna do that next. Okay. I'm gonna fry a couple over here to have tonight for dinner because I've got some. did BLTs. This is the avocado that was frozen. Tastes really good. Salt and pepper and everything. Bagel seasoning, tomatoes, lettuce. This is good. Made eggs for everybody with toast, and some took sausage, some took bacon. It's good. Easy dinner. Okay, I got my stuff. I put my sausage in the freezer. I got my meat here. So I'm gonna wrap this up and I'm gonna put the Salisbury steak inside bags so we can put back in the freezer. Came outside. I am gonna call part 1 done. So Maddie put my tablecloth on. Look how pretty that looks. So pretty right here. That's a nice shell. It matches really nice. I really like that. So what did I do today? I went up to my freezer. I wrote it down. So what I'm gonna do this time is finally be, I always forget what I get shopping. Does anybody else do that? So I wrote down what I actually bought. And then I'm gonna write down what I actually made and how long it's gonna last for. So I ended up with those big hot dog franks. I have a 12-pack, so that'll be like 2 meals. I ended up with 3 bags of stuffed cabbage, probably 2 meals. I just couldn't shove any more in the bag. Hold this here for the microphone. Then I ended the roast. I got 4 packages of that roast. I'm so excited to cut chicken with that tomorrow. That's gonna be awesome. And then I got 3 package of 8 hot dogs. So I've got that. Burgers, I got 5 packages of 8, so that'll be good. Salisbury steak, I've got 3 of those, 6 each. And then 2 meatloaves. And then I got 4 breakfast sausages, and we had some for dinner tonight. That was really good, so they really enjoyed that. 3 big hams out there, and then 4 meatballs. So I've got 1 of the porcupine and 3 of the regular. And then I've got 8 packages of cooked ground beef/turkey mixture, so that's in there of like a 1 pound. And then I wrote down that I had 2 a roast and 1 bag of bacon. I have 2 of those. Remember the chuck roast I got? I just didn't like it, so that's in there. We'll eat it with something, and then a bag of bacon chunks that or bits that we have. So then that's good. That's like a great day. And then all the soup, I forgot to put all the soup in there too, that cabbage vegetable soup. So I have just went through, I didn't film anything, but I have just cleaned my entire kitchen. I wiped everything down, cleaned the sink, the dishwasher is going, all the dishes are put away there on their counter, and then I wiped my stove off really well, and wiped the front, all the stainless steel, wiped the refrigerator because that's 10,000 fingerprints all over it on both refrigerators, and just wiped everything down, dishwasher, the front of the stove, so it's clean. And then I picked up all the rugs, grabbed all the washcloths, and those are in the laundry room. So now I'm gonna get the vacuum going to vacuum the floor, clean it up, because you know what, we're gonna do round 2. I could do all of it in one day. I want to be able to freeze it nicely in my freezer without everything sticking together, so I think this method is going to work really well. So now tomorrow will be round 2 for all of this stuff. So I thank you for watching, and all the meals that we make, we still got chicken, we still got to do freezer meals. So yeah, I don't know how many days it's going to go on for, but one day's done, so that's a good thing. So you have a fantastic rest of your day. Come back, we'll do this again. All right, see ya. Bye.